This video tutorial teaches how to make a tapestry painting jellyfish. First, we crochet the basic fabric. Then we will crochet jellyfish's eyes and a blush. At last, we crochet jellyfish tentacles. There are large tentacles and small tentacles. So we need to make a large tentacle and a small tentacle for each color. Sticks are assembled in the end. Now let's start making the basic fabric. First, take a look. This is the first row. We start from here, from bottom to top. Here we will change into blue yarn. And continue to crochet. This is the last row. First, take out the larger of the two rows of the white yarn. Let's start making the basic fabric. First, wrap the yarn around your left hand. Wrap the yarn around your little finger, then bring it to your index finger. Leave long yarn tail. Pinch the yarn with your thumb and your middle finger. Tie a knot in the yarn. Pull the yarn hard. We need to work 46 chains. Yarn around the hook. Put the yarn through the loop on the hook. A chain is done. There's a V-shape. The V-shape is a stitch. The second chain. Yarn around the hook. Put the yarn through the loop on the hook. The second chain is done. There are two V-shapes. The third chain. The fourth chain. The fifth chain. The sixth chain. The seventh chain. The eighth chain. The ninth chain. The 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. Continue to work the remaining chains in the same way. 45. 46. Yarn around the hook. Put the yarn through the loop on the hook. 46 chains are done. You can count it. Make sure there are 46 chains. The V-shape is a stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can count the stitches. Now let's continue. Now work from the second chain. This is the first chain. Skip it. This is the second chain from a hook. Insert a hook into second chain, we'll crochet in the back loops of every chain. Insert a hook into second chain. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. There are two loops on the hook. Yarn around the hook. Put the yarn through both loops on the hook. A single crochet is done. Place a marker on the first stitch. This is first single crochet. The V shape is stitch. The second single crochet, insert a hook into next chain and work a single crochet. The second single crochet is done. In row 1, we need to work 45 single crochets. Insert a hook into next chain. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn around the hook. Put the yarn through both loops on the hook. The third single crochet is done. There are 3 V shapes. The V shape is stitch. Insert a hook into next chain and work the fourth single crochet. The fourth single crochet is done. You can count the stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th single crochet. Insert a hook into next chain. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Yarn around the hook. Pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. The 5th single crochet is done. The 6th single crochet. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Yarn around the hook and put the yarn through both loops on the hook. The 6th single crochet is done. The 7th single crochet. The 7th single crochet is done. The 8th single crochet. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Yarn around the hook and put the yarns through both loops on the hook. Continue to work the remaining single crochets in the same way. The 42 single crochet. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Yarn around the hook and put the yarn through both loops on the hook. The 42 single crochet is done. The 43 single crochet. The 44 single crochet. The 45 single crochet. Insert a hook into the last chain. "45 single crochets are done. Now work a chain. Turn the fabric around. Now let's start making row 2. In row 2 we need to work 45 single crochets. You can see the first stitch is chain. It doesn't count as stitch. This is chain. It doesn't count as stitch. We need to crochet from the second stitch. Insert a hook into second stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn around the hook and put the yarn through both loops on the hook. A single crochet is done. Place a marker on the first stitch. Insert a hook into the next stitch and work the second single crochet. Make sure insert into the whole stitch. Like this. Doesn't insert into half stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. The second single crochet is done. There are 2 V-shapes. The V-shape is stitch. The third single crochet. Insert a hook into next stitch. The third single crochet is done. The fourth single crochet. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn around the hook. Put the yarn through both loops on the hook. The 4th single crochet is done. The 5th single crochet. The 6th single crochet. The 7th single crochet. The 9th single crochet. The 10th single crochet. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Yarn around the hook and put the yarn through both loops on the hook. 10 single crochet is done. The 11th single crochet. Continue to work the remaining single crochets in the same way. The 42 single crochet. The 43 single crochet. The 44 single crochet. Remove the marker, the 45 single crochet. Insert a hook into the marked stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn around the hook and put a yarn through both loops on the hook. 45 single crochets are done. Now work a chain. Turn the fabric around. Now let's start making row 3. The first stitch is the chain. It doesn't count as stitch. Insert a hook into second stitch. Yarn around the hook and put the yarn through both loops on the hook. A single crochet is done. Place a marker on the first stitch. Insert a hook into next stitch. The whole stitch. Don't do like this. This is wrong. Insert a hook into whole stitch, like this. The second single crochet. Insert a hook into next stitch. Yarn around the hook and put the yarn through both loops on the hook. The second single crochet is done. The third single crochet, the fourth single crochet, insert a hook into whole stitch, yarn around the hook and put a yarn through both loops on the hook. The fourth single crochet is done. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5 single crochet, the 5 single crochet is done. The 6 single crochet, the 7 single crochet, the 8 single crochet, the 9th single crochet, the 10th single crochet, the 10th single crochet is done. The 11th single crochet, continue to work the remaining single crochets in the same way. Remove the marker. Insert a hook and to mark the stitch. The 45 single crochet. 45 single crochets are done. Work a chain. Turn the fabric around. Now let's start making row 4. Insert a hook into first stitch, hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Place a marker on the first stitch. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The 5 single crochet. The 44th single crochet, remove the marker. Insert a hook into marked stitch. The 45 single crochet. 45 single crochets are done. Work a chain. Now let's start making row 5. The first stitch doesn't count as stitch. Start from the second stitch. The first single crochet is done. Place a marker. Insert a hook into next stitch. The second single crochet is done. Insert a hook into next stitch. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The 5 single crochet. The 43 single crochet. The 44 single crochet. Insert a hook into marked stitch. the 45 single crochet. 45 single crochets are done. Now let's count the rows. You can see there are some horizontal loops. Like this. Turning over. There are some horizontal loops. These horizontal loops represent one row. Let's count the rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now work a chain. Turn the fabric around and start making row of 6. The chain doesn't count as stitch. Insert a hook into second stitch. The first single crochet is done, place a marker on the first stitch. Insert a hook into next stitch. The second single crochet is done. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. Continue to work 6 to 25 in the same way. We need to work 45 single crochets in every round and work a chain at the end of every round. And turn the fabric around to start the next row. We will skip the repeated parts in order to save time. Now row 25 is finished. Let's count the rows. This is row 1. Like this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now let's start making row 26. First, work a chain. Turn the fabric around. In row 26, we need to work 12 single crochets using the white yarn. Insert a hook into second stitch. The chain doesn't count as stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. The first single crochet is done. Place a marker on the first stitch. The second single crochet. Insert a hook into next stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. The second single crochet is done. The third single crochet. The 12th single crochet. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Now we haven't finished the 12 single crochet. We need to change into blue yarn. Wrap the yarn around your left hand. Leave a part of yarn tail. Pinch the blue yarn in the back. And also the white yarn. Yarn around the hook. Pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. The 12 single crochet is done. After changing into blue yarns, we need to 21 single crochets. Insert a hook into next stitch. Hide the blue yarn tail by putting on top of the hook. Just the blue yarn. Leave the white yarn outside. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn around the hook. Pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. A single crochet is done. Insert a hook into next stitch and work the second single crochet. Hide the yarn tail by putting on top of the hook. The second single crochet is done. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The 5 single crochet. The 18 single crochet. The 19 single crochet. The 20 single crochet. The 21 single crochet. Insert a hook into next stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Now we haven't finished the 21 single crochet. We need to change into white yarn. Take out another row of yarn. We're going to crochet into 2 rows of white yarn and 1 row blue yarn at the same time. Wrap the yarn around your left hand. Leave a part of yarn tail. Pinch the white yarn in the back. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. 21 single crochets are done. There were 12 single crochets using the white yarn. Insert a hook into next stitch. Hide the white yarn tail by putting it on top of the hook. The first single crochet is done. Insert a hook into next stitch and work second single crochet. Hide the yarn tail by putting on top of the hook. The second single crochet is done. Leave the blue yarn tail outside. Insert a hook into next stitch. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The 5 single crochet. The 11 single crochet. The 12 single crochet. Insert into the whole stitch. This is wrong. We need to do like this. Twelve single crochets are done. Let's take a look at row 26. 12 single crochets in white yarn, 21 single crochets in blue yarn, then 12 single crochets in white yarn. There are 3 yarn tails in the fabric. Work a chain. Turn the fabric around. Now let's start making row 27. First work 12 single crochets in white yarn. The first single crochet is done. Place a marker on the first stitch. Insert a hook into next stitch, the second single crochet, the third single crochet, the fourth single crochet, the 11th single crochet, the 12th single crochet. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Now we haven't finished the 12th single crochet. Change into the blue yarn. Put the blue yarn through wet loops on the hook. 12 single crochets are done. Now let's make 21 single crochets in blue yarn. Insert a hook into next stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. The first single crochet is done. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The 5 single crochet. The 20 single crochet. The 21 single crochet. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Now we haven't finished the 21 single crochet. Change into the wet yarn. Pinch the blue yarn in the back. Yarn around the hook. Put the wet yarn through blue loops on the hook. Now work 12 single crochets in white yarn. Insert a hook into next stitch. Make sure insert into the right stitch. The first single crochet, the second single crochet, the third single crochet, the fourth single crochet, the 5 single crochet, the 11th single crochet, the 12 single crochet. Remove the marker. Insert a hook and mark the stitch. Twelve single crochets are done. Work a chain. Turn the fabric around. Now let's start making row 28. And the same as row 27. First work 12 single crochets in white yarn. The first single crochet is done. Place a marker on the first stitch. Insert a hook into next stitch. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The 5 single crochet. The 11 single crochet. The 12 single crochet. Insert a hook into next stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Now we haven't finished the 12 single crochet. We need to change into the blue yarn. Put white yarn to the right side. Wrap the yarn onto your left hand, the yarn around the hook. Put the blue yarn through both loops on the hook. We will take even rows at the back. The yarn tail should be put in the back. This is even rows. Insert a hook into the first blue stitch. Yarn around the hook. Put the yarn through both loops on the hook. The first single crochet is done. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The 5 single crochet. The 19 single crochet. The 20 single crochet. The 21 single crochet. Insert a hook into next stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Change into white yarn. Pull the blue yarn to the right side. Pinch the yarn. Yarn around the hook. 21 single crochets are done. Now change into white yarn and work 12 single crochet. Insert a hook into next stitch, the first white stitch. Two single crochets are done. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The 5 single crochet. The 11 single crochet. Remove the marker. Insert a hook into marked stitch. The 12 single crochet. Row 28 is finished. Work chain. Turn the fabric around. Now let's start making row 29. First work 11 single crochets in white yarn. The first single crochet is done. Place a marker on the first stitch. Insert a hook into next stitch. The second single crochet is done. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The 5 single crochet. The 20 single crochet. The 21 single crochet. 21 single crochets are done. Now work a single crochet. insert a hook into next stitch, the whole stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. Now changing to wet yarn. Pinch the blue yarn in the back. Yarn around the hook. Put the yarn through both loops on the hook. A single crochet is done. Now let's work 11 single crochets in wet yarn. Insert a hook into next stitch. Make sure the whole stitch. The first single crochet is done. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The fifth single crochet. The 11th single crochet. Row 29 is finished. Now work a chain. Turn the fabric around. Now let's start making row 30.